Guys, are you telling me that this does not look like this? The first aircraft there, we have Vertical Aerospace, VALO. The second is ACHR Aviation's award-winning design, the Midnight aircraft. Is someone telling me that these do not look similar at all? We've been calling for it ever since we've seen VALO. But yes, we have got a bit of trouble now. ACHR Aviation have filed a complaint, a lawsuit against Vertical Aerospace. Now, originally I was going to break down absolutely everything in it, but I thought I'd compact it down and make it a lot more understandable, because you don't want me going through a whole complaint filing. This is day 51 of our eVTOL challenge. So do smash that subscribe button, but we are covering ACHR, Joby, Vertical Aerospace, Horizon Aircraft, 365 days. So do smash that subscribe button. It really helps out, and also smash that like button. And you know what? This is a shameless plug. I am now sponsored by my own website, thehustlebrothers.co.uk. Want a sport channel? Check us out there. But yeah, look, today I'm gonna break it all down. We have ACHR not too happy about Vertical Aerospace VALO aircraft. We're gonna see exactly what patents have been breached there. We're going to see what ACHR are wanting for this breach of the patents. And then we're going to see what Vertical Aerospace response is. We're going to see, is ACHR or Vertical Aerospace a buy or a sell at the moment? And how confident am I feeling in both stocks? But I think we need to fire up the pictures first of all, so you know exactly what I'm speaking about. So look, have a good look at these pictures here. And we found out that ACHR Aviation filed a patent infringement complaint in the eastern districts of Texas to stop Vertical's VALO aircraft from illegally copying ACHR's Midnight aircraft. After years of developing the VX4 aircraft, Vertical has abandoned that design and unveiled a new aircraft, VALO, which is a visual mimic, ACHR believe, of ACHR's Midnight aircraft's award-winning industrial design. ACHR's suit is landing the same day that Vertical stock fell sharply after Raymond James downgraded it from hold to sell, citing concerns about liquidity and the ability to raise capital at the juncture. And that's what we've been speaking about the last few days, about the volume of trades in Vertical Aerospace, and it makes the likes of institutional investors very wary about jumping in because they'd never be able to get out. The analysts favoured ACHR as an outperform rated eVTOL stock. The analysts also noted that ACHR's recent announcement of basing in the UK engineering hub in Bristol increases the risk of Vertical losing engineering talent. The suit asserts that Vertical has infringed on at least 2 of Midnight's design patents. I'll fire them up here. These protect the unique visual design of Midnight's VTL, fuselage, and wing configurations. But beyond aesthetics, the suit asserts that Vertical's VALO aircraft infringes on ACHR's utility patents, and this is the number here, that covers critical flight control systems and control allocation methods used to manage electric propulsion units and battery power on its tilt-in architecture. The timing of the suit is notable, as Vertical is currently publicly unveiling and promoting the VALO in US cities, and they unveiled it in New York back in January. With Miami happening this week as part of its US push to showcase the new aircraft, these events do closely resemble those ACHR held in New York and Miami in 2025, which showcase Midnight and ACHR's plans for the air taxi routes in those cities. I'm going to quote directly from the filing. Vertical has knowingly, willingly, and in reckless disregard leveraged and exploited the substantial goodwill and reputation associated with ACHR's patented designs. It continues by saying Vertical's infringement is readily apparent from the visual comparison of the overall appearance of the VALO to ACHR's patented designs. Now look, there is 2 sides to absolutely every story, but let's call a spade a spade. The VALO is the spitting image of Midnight. Yes, it looks a little bit funkier here and there, and yes, the Midnight looks a lot bigger. But they are allegedly copying Archer's business model by showcasing in New York and then Miami. And look, allegedly, if these patents are bulletproof, this is a very scary time for Vertical Aerospace. You're going to want to know what the response from Vertical was, and they did come out quite heavily. So I'll fire it up here. Vertical stated that Archer's recent claims are without merit, and Vertical intends to defend those claims vigorously. Vertical has developed a robust aircraft design with a clear path to certification, underpinned by Vertical's proprietary and market-leading technology and international IP portfolio. Archer's claims are merely an attempt to distract from the challenges Archer is facing in competing in the marketplace. Now look, Vertical do seem pretty adamant they've been developing the VALO for the last few years. The problem is VALO did seem to me like it came out of nowhere. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I was covering the likes of Archer and Joby an awful lot more. But it felt like we went from the VX4, because you can remember all the way back up on a year ago when we done a deep dive on this. I was saying the VX4 doesn't have windows and it doesn't look like it'd be suitable for passenger flights, but it would be more geared to the likes of cargo flights. And then out of nowhere, VALO came about, and we said the striking resemblance of the Midnight, and it did make me quite bullish at the time. But of course it made me bullish, because I'm bullish on Archer Aviation. Do let me know what you think. Do you think that Archer are in full right to do this? We know Archer are battling lawsuits themselves. We know it's a pain in this industry. It feels like all the companies are trying to get one up on each other. Do you stand by Vertical Aerospace? The problem is, if this comes out that Vertical Aerospace are in breach of these patents, Archer want them to stop using this design and give them financial compensation. And therefore, I can't see Vertical being able to withstand that kind of scenario. Vertical, at a moment, I believe, are struggling to have enough cash to even dilute. The market cap's around 400 million, and the volume is next to nothing. It seems like everyone's starting to sell, and there's no ability to generate that cash flow. Could Archer end Vertical Aerospace? Potentially, yes. It would be very sad to see so. But at the same time, if someone is allegedly stealing your product, isn't it only right? Look, check out the Hustle Brothers, and we'll see you tomorrow.